It's time for Becker County, the City of Detroit Lakes, and other communities in Becker County as well to get serious about severe weather and begin to look at weather warning sirens. Last week was Severe Weather Awareness Week for the state of Minnesota. And along with that, last Thursday was the statewide tornado drill. Becker County did not take part in the statewide tornado drill. Neither did Ottertail County, even though last year we saw more tornadoes and severe thunderstorms in northwestern Minnesota than at any time previously. In fact, there were 12 EF4 category tornadoes in the United States. 4 of them happened here in northwestern Minnesota, including the devastating twister that damaged Wadena, the one that hit Mentor, and the other one that did a lot of damage in Amora. So I think it's time Becker County and Detroit Lakes looks at getting weather sirens. I know they've said they're expensive, but I think they're needed. I see the city and the county spend money on a lot of other things, but when is our family's protection going to become high enough on the priority list that sirens are looked into? Now I know the city of Detroit Lakes and a couple of the townships, like Lakeview Township, have signed up for the Instant Alert System. The city of Frazee has also signed up for the Instant Alert System. I think this is a great tool. I do not believe this is a substitute for a severe weather warning system. We've had too many close calls here in the Lakes area. What's it going to take for the cities and the communities to actually look at doing this permanently? Put them in. I mean, let's look at the Instant Alert System. It's a great system. Calls your phone, sends you an email or whatever. What if you're a tourist? You don't own property here. You're here visiting. You're out on the lake. Let's say you didn't bring your cell phone with. You're not at home. You're not near a computer. Well, then the Instant Alert Monitoring System does nothing for you. Leaves you exposed. The weather sirens at least give you a fighting chance to get to safety, and you have to understand it gives you a fighting chance to get to safety and allows you the chance to get out of danger. Now I know whenever weather sirens do sound, the sheriff's office and dispatch centers get flooded and inundated with phone calls, and it can bog them down. But wouldn't you rather have that kind of scenario than leaving people just exposed out there? And what about the elderly population in our area? What about when they strike in the middle of the night? Maybe you don't get up to answer the phone in the middle of the night. Maybe you don't own a computer at your home. There are plenty of reasons I think that a weather siren should be looked into. When I moved to the community 5-6 years ago, I was reading a story about how the Perm community was going to use their weather sirens in the case of, let's say, a train derailment. They were expanding the use. At that time, I called the city offices to find out if the city of Detroit Lakes would ever consider using their weather sirens in a similar fashion. That's when I learned there were no weather sirens in Detroit Lakes. In fact, there are very few weather sirens, if any, in Becker County, period. Now, granted, I think it's been 100+ years since there's been a recorded tornado in Becker County. But a couple years ago, one hit just across the line in Emmasville, just north of Park Rapids. We don't have to talk too much about what happened last year in Wadena. And a few years before that, a twister possibly did damage near Lake Lida in Ottertail County. Although from the evidence of the damage, it looks like it was more likely straight-line winds. But beyond tornadoes, severe weather itself is extremely damaging. Hail causes over $1 billion a year in destruction here in the United States. Even those severe hailstorms, it'd be nice to have a weather warning system to let you know it's coming. And at least let you know it's time to tune into your local radio stations and or turn the TV on to find out where the storm is headed. I think weather sirens are a needed safety issue in Becker County and should be looked at all levels of government, regardless of cost.